Hey there, Wastelanders, and welcome back to War Games News Radio, and I have some giant robot-sized news for you folks today because after months, if not years of anticipation, Modifius have announced that they are finally releasing their Liberty Prime expansion rules for Fallout Wasteland Warfare, and they're going to be free. Now remember way back in this video when I said, you Liberty Prime fans out there will have some good news coming your way in the not too distant future. Well, in the most recent Fallout Friday blog, head of Modifius War Games, John Webb, made the announcement that Prime is coming and the rules will be available for free on the Fallout Wasteland Warfare downloads page. The expansion will include rules and cards so you can bring Prime to life on the tabletop in a 3-part campaign, playing as either the Brotherhood of Steel, trying to bring this mechanical monstrosity online, or any other number of factions as you try to bring Prime down. Now, there's no hard release date for Prime yet, but John says we can expect to see this release anytime now, so keep an eye peeled here on WGNR as we'll go through that entire rules package when it gets released in its entirety, and of course, keep an eye on the Modifius downloads page, which you can find a link to in the description down below. Now, the Prime model itself is currently out of stock on the Modifius web store, but we've been assured that it'll be coming back any time now, and this thing was released way back in like 2019, so to say that these rules are a long time coming is a bit of an understatement, but according to some posts online, a handful of expansions for Wasteland Warfare have been held up in the development pipeline due to some green lighting issues, or something to that effect. I guess it takes Bethesda a little while to rubber stamp these things, so a number of expansions have been held up in development limbo, including the Homestead Settlement Mode expansion, the pre-generated Vault Delves, and the RPG Unexpected Shepherd modules. But with the Prime rules set to drop anytime now, I'm hoping that this is a good sign that we'll be seeing some of these expansions sooner than later. So keep your eyes peeled here on WGNR because we'll bring you all the latest as we know it. If you're new to the Fallout Fridays, these are a monthly blog that John and the rest of the Modifius team put out to keep the community up to speed on what's coming next for Fallout Wasteland Warfare. This month's blog featured a ton of updates, and not just Liberty Prime related news either. There's going to be a new terrain contest for all you builders and crafters out there where you can win $100 worth of Modifius store credit, and that will run until the end of March. There's also a brand new line of 3D printable scenery featuring Dry Rock Gulch from the Fallout 4 Nuka World DLC for all you 3D printer fans out there. Members of the WGNR Hobby League even got a little shout out in this month's community roundup, so big thanks and congratulations to Levi Roper and Shed Umbra for getting the nod there in the community roundup, and of course thanks to Modifius for giving us a little tip of the hat, always much appreciated. If you want to get caught up on all the most recent Fallout Friday news, then check the link in the description below to the February blog. Moving back to the task at hand, which is Liberty Prime, I'm personally very excited to see these rules come about because I've held off on buying this model because there hasn't been a way to play it. So if you're like me, maybe this will be a good enough excuse to twist that rubber arm and finally pick up this massive model when it finally comes back in stock. In the meantime, the Prime rules are coming, so keep an eye peeled here on the channel as we'll have a full recap and review of the scenarios and cards for Prime when they are released. So thank you so much for watching. We'll have more news coming your way very soon, and stay tuned because WGNR will be back.